Welcome to Bridging the Gap. We have been blessed with one of our super duper guests, young entrepreneur mogul.
Yes, we're sitting here with Selah Brooks. Everybody, y'all, I'm sure y'all know him.
Yes, sir.
You've seen him already throughout the city. So he's a young mogul. He's come to sit down with us, and we're going to have a chat, get to know him a little better.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Man, what's
How
up?
you doing?
What's poppin', man? Well, I appreciate the intro, and I'm ready to get into it, man. We're going to have some good conversation up here today,
Absolutely.
man. We're going to get to cooking. We're going to get to cooking.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So what you got going on these days, man?
Man, honestly, bro, it's just working.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the hustle don't change. You know what I mean? And so, like, you know, just being able to run the photo booth business.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm getting into my busy season, so I'm got weddings almost every weekend, corporate events almost every weekend, and now I got a crew behind me, you know. And so like when people starting to see the growth and the more events that I'm doing and getting weddings at Notre Dame and different things like that, I can't do it all by myself. So shout out to my crew, man, Bessie,
That's
Sean,
right, man.
They really been helping me put in work, Armani, and really, bro, I'll just keeping the grind. Like I'm not trying to let my foot up off the gas, man. I'm not
Because
just comfortable.
we got introduced to you, it's been about 2 or 3 years ago, and you were building
Marketing.
marketing and social media. And man, from when I met you then, I knew that you were sharp. And
Appreciate
you had
it.
tons of knowledge then.
Yes.
So this is years later. I know you on another level.
Indeed.
With what you know and what you offer. Kind of let us know, you know, the kinds of things that you do.
Yeah, so to your point, so I was a marketing and sales rep. I did that for 5 years. So what's crazy is because after high school, my dad actually kicked me out. So I was sleeping in my car at 19. Yeah. So I was in LaPorte. Like, he kicked me out and he drove off. You know what I'm saying? So I was in LaPorte all by myself, 19 years old. You know.
So you from LaPorte?
I'm from Cleveland. Yeah, I'm not from LaPorte.
Gotcha,
you know, I ain't dissing it, but that's not
you've
my
been
city.
here quite some time.
Yeah, 7 years.
Okay.
7 years. Yeah, man.
That's long enough to be
yeah.
like a native. Then.
Yeah, somewhat. And so, yeah, man, I mean, I was just in my car, and, you know, I just started to make decisions for my life and, like, you know, what I want that to look like. And I had my wife with me the whole time, so she'd come by every single day for hours, man, just talking to me. Yeah. And she'd just tell me, like, man, you know, you're going to be a great man one day, and everybody going to see that. And so I was like, bro, I don't want to let her down. So I'm like, man, what is it that I can do to make money for myself? And I decided I want to be in sales because I always had the hustle, man. I always had the charisma. And so I started working for a digital marketing company in LaPorte. And so I just bet on myself. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question before you go any farther.
Yeah.
Where did you get this drive from in sales? Like, what was your childhood like?
Okay, good. That's a good question, man. So, really, I don't know where it came from. It really just it just became my environment. So, like, my mom was a single mom with 6 kids. Her and my dad got divorced when I was 3, and so, you know, mama, she just always couldn't make it happen. You know, she worked 3 jobs, and you know, so I was the kid that got bullied in school all the time, you know, because I ain't had a nice clothes.
Right.
I had the name that was different. You see what I'm saying? We moved around all the time.
I think all of us got a little bit of that.
Yeah, but I got it every day. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing, man. I got it every single day. And so one day I just realized, I'm like, man, I want to start making money. Like, and then
How old were you?
9.
Yeah. And what did you?
Yeah,
Come on,
at
come on,
9.
tell me
And
the
I was
story.
like, man, if I want money, how do I get it? And then I remember seeing my friend selling some candy. And so, look, I was in 4th grade. He was in 6th grade.
Right.
And I was like, man, bro, teach me how to do that. And he was like, nah, man, I ain't trying to show you how I make my money. This is the first time I met my first gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, bro. You didn't say nothing, right?
Right.
So I remember, man, I had $5 under my pillow, and then we had a corner store across the street. So I get off the bus.
Here we go.
I wait till the bus leave. Man, I run over the street to the corner store, and I had got a bag of Fruities, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah, bro. You know what the
Come on,
Fruities, you know,
man.
Right.
them things
That's
was
the
busting
hustle.
back in the day, right?
It still is.
So I got 5. I'm like, I don't even know how to count right now. I don't know how to count money. And so I went up to the dude, the Arab, man. I'm like, hey, bro, how many bags of Fruities can I get for $5? He gave me 6 of them.
Yeah.
Cool, let's do it. So I started selling my Fruities, right? And then that's how I started my own
Wait,
candy.
for
$5, he gave me 6 bags.
for $5? You talking about the long one?
No, he just
No,
they was
the
like
Tootsie.
little
The bag, yeah, the bags, yeah.
Gotcha.
So he would put them in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he played me. I don't know if he blessed me.
But you got on though, didn't you?
You gave me something. Now, now I got product to push,
Right,
right?
right.
So I went there, man. I went to school. I got all my little friend by busting the candy out my pocket, right? And so I'm just selling them for quarters, dimes, or whatever, right? And so this is where I really started to learn how to sell.
That's right.
Because eventually I started moving up. Now I got 9 liters,
Yes.
right? But I can't sell them. And I'm looking at them like, this is a problem.
Yeah.
I know the product's good. I love me some 9 liters. What's going on?
Right.
And so I was going up to people, and I was like, man, I got 9 liters for 10 cents, but I'm not selling them. This is where I started to learn how to communicate value. I learned this at 9 years old.
That's what I was
right. So I went home, and I was thinking like, man, why can't I sell 9 liters? This is crazy, right? And so what I realized in sales, if you're not actually making the money that you want, and you're not seeing the results, really what you need to do is you need to have self-accountability, because what that does is it makes you figure out what's wrong in your process. You raise your level of understanding, and then now you can go out there and fix the problem.
But you have that understanding now as a man, but at 9, how did you process it?
I knew I wasn't doing the right thing, right?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I'll go up to him, I'll say, hey man, I got Jolly Ranchers for 10 cents, you're not buying it, right? I know the product's good, so when I went home, I'm like, bro, what am I telling these people? That's where I'm not actually selling 9 liters, bro. So then I was like, all right, well, what if I told them that I got you can get 9 liters, you can get 10 of them for $1.
There you go. You change your pitch,
right? Because
perceive more value.
The way it comes off is like that sounds like a deal, 10 for $1, but really 10 cents, 10 dimes is $1.
Right.
Man, I was selling out 9 liters every single day.
Right.
And so I'm like, all right, cool. And so every,
and
this
a pack of 9 liters was what, maybe
a
20
dime,
cents?
10 cents. But well, 10 when I was young.
So at Dollar General, they had a bag. You can get a bag for like $1, and then you got all of them $1.25, right? And so that's where I really started to get into entrepreneurship. And then as I started, moving in with my dad, one time, he ended up getting laid off from his job. And he got all his kids down there in the summertime. So me and my siblings, he got a wife. His wife got 2 kids. And so my dad, one thing I think with parenting, a lot of parents think that their job is to make sure that their kids have a better life than them. That's not your job, bro. Now, a lot of people, and that's
he's speaking volumes right there.
That's a hot take. But my parents, bro, they always showed me the losses. They always showed me everything. Hey, man, this is what it is. Because you can't hide it if it's real.
That's right. That's right.
And so my dad was like, man, I'm laid off. And so, man, I got to figure out how to hustle or we going to be homeless. Right?
How old were you then?
At this time, I was 11. I was 11.
Man.
So a parent's job is to make sure you give your kids all the skills that you need.
That's right.
That they need
to survive.
To survive when you ain't there. When you ain't there for them no more.
Come on.
Right. So I was like, okay. So what we gonna do, Dad? He's like, man, I'm about to sell some movies. The DVDs.
This
right?
was DVDs.
The DVDs.
Okay.
Right. During this time, this is when I was like where I think like the 09, 010 recession or whatever, where everybody getting laid off, bro. It's crazy for everybody in the country, right? My dad got laid off.
Like 2008, yeah.
Somewhere around there, yeah. And so, man, this dude came back with these big old computers. I'm not talking about monitors, bro.
Not the burners.
The big
towers.
With the racks.
With the burners
the CDs in them.
Yeah.
I was like, man, he ain't playing. So my dad, this is where I started to learn about operations. Like how to run a business, because my granddad used to tell me, bro, like if you ever want to learn, just watch.
That's right.
Just watch. So I'm sitting here, okay, cool. So my dad come home and he got all these CDs and he putting them in there. He's burning these movies, right? And he said, hey, y'all, I need y'all to help me because it's like my business right now. Right. So y'all job is to watch the movies. Right, so y'all quality control, right? So if the movies ain't good,
that's right.
You let me know, and then I got to reburn them, or we throwing those ones out because I only want to sell the best quality, right? So my dad, he'll literally all night he'll burn all the movies. He'll come, he'll give us a stack, and we'll watch all the movies, right? And then I'm like, these ones good, these ones good, these ones good, these ones is bad. He'll take the ones that's good. He'll open up his little case and he'll put them in the little sleeves.
The process,
man. He went out there and he'll push them, and he'll come back. He'll give his wife all the money. He'll take the next set that we said that was good, and he was back out again, right? Man, the best summer of my life.
Man,
watching every movie a kid could want to watch. It was crazy, man. We was still going out and doing things, man. Refrigerator was full of food, and so I realized, I was like, dang, bro, he just did all that off selling.
Man,
I wouldn't even want to go work again.
Right.
So
That's
feel
heavy,
like
that's heavy impressionable.
Man, hey,
that's a heavy
he inserted that spirit of entrepreneurship in him early, man.
Right.
Yeah,
That's dope.
and like I said, so like it's not like I don't think people how can I put it? I think you either got it or you don't. But if you can learn it young and get that instilled in you, you know it's always a plan B. It's a different option if you don't have a job.
It's a skill set.
You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
And so
Yeah.
with my dad, since I started living with him, I would go back and forth between my mom and my dad. Okay. From my mom, I learned perseverance. Single mom, she know how to. If you struggling, you gonna be cool with my mama because she know how to make it, right? Without a car, with all this stuff, catching all these buses, food pantries, like she know how to get by.
Man,
right?
I've been
with
through
6
it.
kids by herself, 3 jobs, right? With my dad, I learned how to lose, and I learned how to implement what I learned from the losses, and then I learned about process and systems and
structure,
and I just put it all together,
man.
right? So like I remember my dad. So my dad, he went to prison at 18. Right, like he was supposed to face life, and he ended up getting out early. He prays like, God, if you this man that people say it's you, just get me the hell out of here.
Yeah,
they kicked his bunks in. Brooks, you going home? So he met my mom at the church. Right, so went from there to the church, met my mom. Right, so then he told me that he seen this job on the newspaper for a CNC machinist, and that's what he started to get into, is CNC machining. Gotcha. But they got different programs and different updates.
Of course.
Right, yeah. So my dad, I would watch this man literally try to learn from Indian people off YouTube about these new systems and different things, and he'd sit there and watch a video to try to understand these new programs.
Right.
He didn't go out and play. He didn't go out, like he sat there for hours, weeks, months, and then learned. And then he told me one time he went to a job interview, and it was like 50 people in his room, and they said, "Hey, do you know X, Y, and Z program?" Anybody raise your hand? My dad was the only one that could raise his hand.
Man.
All right, hey, you come with me. Everybody else got to go.
Check that out.
So what I learned is, hey man, like put in the work and learn. You like that's how he always got better. People talk big stuff, but they don't do big stuff.
To invest in yourself,
to be still,
personal development.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's a bar right there.
And so like I always refer that to a Bible verse that say, "Faith without works is dead." Right. So you get a lot of people, man, they talk big stuff, but they don't do big stuff. They'll say, "I want this kind of car, I want this kind of house, I want all this stuff." They say faith without works is dead. You want life changing things, but you ain't got a life changing work ethic. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got a life changing faith behind it. Yep. So my dad be like, "Hey man, I pray and then I go to work." Period. So all these things I learned from my parents. It's a movie. It's called Slumdog Millionaire. I don't know if you ever seen it.
Of course, but that's one of my favorite movies.
The dude, literally everything he went through in his life was lessons that he remembered, and so when he went on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, he had all the answers.
He had all the answers. And
they thought this dude was cheating. Nah, bro, I live this.
He been through
That's right.
I've been through that.
Yeah.
So, man, this is why I'm so thankful for my parents. A lot of times, man, people, they'll look at their parents if you had a hard upbringing and they blame them. Yeah. Even when my dad kicked me out, bro, we got a dope relationship because that taught me how to be a man. Now I had to figure out, like, I got to take accountability for my actions and get myself together. And look at my life now.
How old were you when you got married?
I was 20.
20 years old? And where'd you meet your wife at?
High school.
Okay.
LaPorte. Yeah, man, I was a senior, she was a junior. And what's crazy is because I actually fell in love with my wife because of handshake.
Because a handshake?
A handshake. I was at a fire drill one time. Like, and I was never with my class. I'm just doing what I want to do. Right? So I'm walking around the building and we always been giving each other the googly eyes in the hallway or whatever. So I seen her at this fire drill, man. I walk up on her, I'm like, "Bro, what's up with you?" And I try to give her some dap. Man, she shook my hand. She say, "Hello, nice to meet you." Whoa. I was like, "Bro, you must got you a good mama at home." I was like, man, nobody ever shook my hand like that before.
Yeah,
and since then, I'm like, man, I got to get my stuff together, man. I'm like, I got to come correct. She a lady.
Right.
She got class.
That's what's up.
Then I didn't know, like, I liked her so much, I didn't even realize my girl was Mexican.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even see skin color. So I started walking her home.
Love is blind, though.
What? You ain't lying.
Love blind.
And then I grew up in Cleveland. Like, in the hood. Like, we don't really see Mexican people before.
I got you.
So I ain't know. Yeah. I thought maybe she was just a little light-skinned, right?
Yeah.
Man, I walked this girl home. Her mama come out.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know you like,
is
what
that
the?
Spanish?
Yeah.
What the hell? Man, I went home. I told my dad. I was like, "Hey, man, I think my girl's Spanish." He's like, "Man, what the hell you thought she was?"
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like all these things that happened in my life, and then good thing that I had her, because like I said, my dad kicked me out, bro. Like I was the kid that got it. Like I was getting kicked out of every school. I was bad as hell, bro. Every school.
Bad how? I mean, how you get kicked out of school? Like,
Cause like like I told you, growing up, man, I got beat up and bullied like every day.
Yeah.
Right. And so years and years of that over time, bro, you gonna stay the victim or become the aggressor.
become the monster. Yeah.
So I just got to a point where I'm like, bro, if you look at me wrong, we fighting. If you step on my shoe, we fighting. I'm just not taking disrespect, right? And so, bro, I just went crazy. But what I had realized is like I always thought that I was at the bottom of the totem pole, right? But I was just scared of everybody. Is really what it was, right? But then I started playing football, started lifting weights. I didn't even because all my life I got bullied, so I didn't really know. I didn't value myself, and I didn't have good self esteem. Yeah. So I just let these dudes beat up on me. But then I got tired of it. I went to school one day, I whooped on the bully, and I was like, damn.
That's all it took.
Yeah. And I realized like these people are actually not really tough. Like, if you really tough, bro, you fight the people that you know you can lose against, so now you got to bring your A game. But if you beating up on people you know you can beat, I'm about to whoop you.
That's right.
And then I got beat up my whole life, bro. I know how to take a whooping.
That's right.
So the people that throw the punches all the time now ain't used to taking them. Right. So I'm about to test your jaw.
Right.
So with that mentality, man, my mama had to move to whole different counties because I couldn't stay in school. That's why she sent me with my dad all the time. But what that
so what county was mom and dad staying in? You
I was in Cleveland with my mom.
Okay,
right?
Mom in Cleveland.
No, my dad, when they got divorced, I went to Mobile, Alabama with my dad.
Oh, right. Two different cultures.
Right. So I was in the South. And what's crazy because my dad was man, he ain't play that. Right? Mom, he's like, man, let me tell you the difference. You ain't with your mama. You getting a whooping.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, oh yeah.
And so, but it taught me mannerisms and like how to move because down south is yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Anything else is disrespect.
That's right.
But I'm from the north. We don't get taught that down here.
Right.
And then you got people down south, bro. They literally would kill 8 people, but be the most mannerable person that you ever met because they didn't been taught that their whole life to be respectful. True. Right? Yes, down here, man, they rude as hell. Yeah. You can't even say good morning to people. You see what I'm saying? So it was a difference. But I think, me moving around with my parents, it just kind of helped me put stuff together because, like, I get the grit and the mentality from Cleveland, like that fire that we talked about earlier. That's Cleveland all the way, bro. Yes, that's the environment. Yeah. Right? But then with Mobile, Alabama, bro, this is really where I learned how to hustle. This is where my dad was selling the movies. Exactly. Everybody in Alabama got to hustle. So a lot of people, bro, all they know how to do is hustle and make money without a job.
Man, I would have thought that you got the hustle from Cleveland. That's news to me. Like that's amazing.
If you check it out down south, bro, everybody.
Oh, I know they get busy, but I just figured by being the Midwest, like Chicago, Cleveland, I thought that you probably would have got the hustle from there. But Dad, no matter where you at, Dad is the influence.
How to sell.
Is Dad originally from Cleveland?
Yep.
Oh, well then, that's where you got it from. You still got it from the town.
I seen it come to fruition down
south. Down there, right.
And then, like, not only for my dad, but I'll pick it up, man. Like, man, people they barbers. It's a dude down there named the Donut Man. And he been selling donuts, like Krispy Kreme donuts like that for 11 years. That's all he do.
Wow.
Right? Like, people, they find the hustle, and that's their hustle, right? Yeah. But then I went up moving to Atlanta, and this is where I was able to put it all together. Because
put it in motion.
Yeah, because that's where I learned how to do the charisma.
I like to see that you moved around, man. You've seen different cultures, and you was able to observe and take in different stuff to apply to your life.
Right. And
so let's bring it fast forward to now. You've taken that life and what you observed to become an entrepreneur and try different things. Now, what you're on. Tell us more about what you're doing now.
So right now, I'm actually I'm running my photo booth business, which we talked about that. So like basically, quick recap of that. I started that when I was laid off from my job. And I had zeros in every bank account, maxed out credit cards, the whole nine. My wife told me she was pregnant.
This was the Doolin job.
Well, no, this is actually I left them. Okay. So I was there for 5 years. Yeah. I left them, and so I went up to a company called the Idea Farmer Valpo, but they ended up laying everybody off. Now I ain't got a job, bro. You know what I mean? And so I was beefing with the old marketing company, found out they was playing me out of a bunch of money. And, bro, drug my name through the mud. So with them, like this is what I was saying, y'all, I was sleeping in my car, right? I took that marketing job. So my first year there, I made $3,000. My second year there, I made $21,000. My third year there, they ended up producing $1 million in sales. Oh, shit. Right? I was the only sales rep. This is where I actually learned how to I need to work for myself, and I didn't like selling for people.
This is where the confidence get really built.
Yeah.
Because he's doing the work also, but not getting compensated.
Exactly. And not only that, bro, like when I tell people I produce $1 million in sales, I didn't make $1 million.
Right.
I made like $80K. Right. And so this is where I started to get mad because I'm like, bro, I found out they was actually pimping me, bro. They was pimping me for 5 years. And where I was like, okay, check this out, bro. I'm doing 80% of the work, but I'm only making 20% of the commission.
Right.
How does that make sense?
You too smart for that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm like, bro, you tripping, man. Because, like, this is the way I look at it, right? Like, if I'm a lion, I got to go out there, I got to hunt the gazelle, kill the gazelle, drag the gazelle back to the village. Why should I get the leg?
Thank you.
That don't make no sense.
That's real talk. Right? I like that analogy.
How about I keep the rest and you get the leg?
That's right.
Right.
Exactly.
So but this is what a lot of sales reps go through, and not just in marketing sales and roofing sales. Like, bro, you're not gonna make as much as you putting more money in their pocket than you putting in your pocket, right? But what we actually do, we need to flip it. So when I was laid off, I told myself, man, the only way somebody can hit my line and ask me to sell for them is if they give me 80% of the commission, and then you keep 20%.
I think from a business point of view, I guess they're thinking we're bringing you the foundation in our contacts.
Nah, not really, because when I started with that company, they didn't have nobody. I was the only sales rep all 5 years.
Well, he built it from, you helped build it from the ground.
The accent.
It was
layup.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, it wasn't no context. So I was there the whole time. Not to mention, bro, I'm sitting up here and I'm looking at y'all. I'm like, bro, everybody eating off my plate. When we started here, we had 2 people. When I left, we got 10. Right, you got website developers, you got people on a salary. So if I'm the only sales rep, check this is how crazy that is.
Check this out.
I'm the only sales rep, right? If I'm not selling websites, they ain't even got no websites to build. I'm over here averaging 3 to 5 websites a month. Anything between 3 to 8 grand, right? So if I'm not selling websites, they ain't got a job.
That's right.
I'm over here, I'm selling Google ads, Facebook ads, all these different types of advertising, right? We got account managers. If I ain't selling that, they ain't got a job. Everybody eating off my plate, but I'm the one that's getting played to the left. Why?
Man.
Wow, that's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. So I was like, okay, if I remove myself from the situation, and this is where, like if you start up with people, and obviously like they didn't know I was sleeping in my car. I didn't tell them that till we hit $1 million in sales. Like, man, that's crazy. I actually slept in my car when I started here. They was like, for real? Yeah. I just never told them.
Man.
Like my parents, that's how they raised me, man. Don't that's in secret. When you come to work, that stay out there, right? And so I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, like the way they was looking at it is like, bro, we made you. How? You just seen a kid with a bunch of potential. You gave me an opportunity. That's it. I don't owe anybody anything. And if you can make me, then how come you can't make another one?
Ooh, jigger line, man.
Right? Like if I left and y'all can make people like that, then how come y'all ain't made another one? Because I can tell you since I left, bro, I ain't had a sales rep produce $1 million in sales. Like,
hey, before we carry on,
what's up?
I want to know, how old are you, and have you had what college did you graduate from? What type of degrees you got? Because the way you talking, man, you talk like you're 40, and you got all type of degrees, man. I'm serious.
Nah, so I'm 26. I never went to college.
Listen to this, man.
After I graduated, I was sleeping in my car from the jump. But when we talked off camera, all I did was hang around the people that knew more than me. My granddad, my uncles, my dad, my parents. And he said, if you want to learn, just watch.
That's right.
And so even though growing up, bro, I wasn't really confident in myself, I can always come into a room and just observe.
That's right.
So when I was working with them, they white dudes, they got a lot of money, they got nice cars, all this other stuff. I want, bro, teach me what you do. Right? I'll just show up every single day and just pick up game. That's it. There you go. Right? But the way that I got really good is because, like I told you, my dad just taught me how to learn. And it's not about what you learn, it's about how fast you implement what you learn. So the reason I made $21,000 and then went to $1 million is because I was always doing the numbers. Bro, I was averaging 10 meetings a week. 10. So I'm like, bro, that's 40 meetings a month, but I wasn't closing. But they'll teach you in sales the most important person is the person that can actually get the meeting. You can't close it if you didn't get the lead in the first place.
That's right.
So I know I'm doing the right thing. So what I did was I needed to remember I told you when I was 9 and the self accountability, bro. I already had the answer to the test. I looked at myself, bro. What am I doing wrong right now? And I was figuring out, bro. Clearly, you ain't communicating value. That is a problem. But then also, at the time, I was 19 years old when I first started. These business owners, man, these first generation, second generation, third generation business owners, some of these people have been doing business for 20 years. You've seen 20 years worth of sales reps. Man. So, yeah, I can talk slick on the street, but when you come to business, you got to have a certain polish about yourself, bro. Man. They can spot it out, and I'm out the door. And then also, I'm a young black kid. I'm getting judged as soon as I sit down. What can you tell me about business? I couldn't. Because all the hustle I know was, again, from the streets. right? So I was like, okay. So every time I went to a meeting, I took my phone out, and then I would set it face down on the table, and then I would voice record the entire meeting. Then when I went home, this is where in football they teach you how to watch film. So now I'm breaking down.
Good game, man.
Right, yeah. Right. So I'm like, this is the question. When he asked this question, this is really what he meant, right? This is what you said, and this is why you didn't get the quote. I'm studying. I'm breaking. Same thing. My dad. I wasn't playing no games every day. Listening to me, is my wife like, can you come to bed now? I can't. Sorry. This is what work looked like. And so when it came around that third year, man, dude, I went crazy because all I did, if I'm doing that 40 meetings in a month. And I'm recording all these meetings, bro. It got to the point where I would go in, and then I can predict what he's gonna say to me, the objections, right? And then if he said, well, this is I don't want to make a rash decision. Well, dog, you already told me you've been thinking about this for 3 months. How rash is this?
Man,
you studied this.
Hey,
he studied this.
Man,
I just did that, and this is why I tell people, like, bro, I don't care where you come from, what's your background, as long as you are disciplined and you can observe. And you know how to put in the work?
Yes, sir.
Why does that even matter?
Man.
I got a question though. So being that, kind of going backwards a little bit, you study dad, you seen how dad get it from the street.
Right.
But not in the worst way, but he got it in a decent way.
Yeah.
What kept you from doing it the street way? Like did you have any dreams of what you wanted to be to guide you toward that direction?
No, cause growing up in the hood, bro, you don't got dreams, bro. It's day by day. I would have a guidance counselor talking about, what's your 5-year plan? What do you mean my 5-year plan, bro? I got shot at on the way to school. I ain't got no 5-year plan. I might not even make it back home. So, but what I do know is what's the easiest, like in a straight line, is from point A to point B. That's the fastest way to go, right? And so this is where I learned about, like, just simplifying stuff and just clarity, right? Like, if my easiest way to make money is going to go talking to people, why would I even bother to go do anything else, right? But then I had enough sense to see that the people who was selling dope or the people that was selling the drugs, they never made it that long, right? Like name a guy who was in the game for a long time and then he got a 401k.
Come on, man.
He got a pension. They don't got a pension. What really happens
is you knew the value of those things,
right? Yeah, and then like I told you, the people I would hang out with, my uncles, they already did all that. My dad, they already did all that. So they'll just say, hey, man, don't go over there. I ain't got to find out what's over there if you told me what's over there. You know what I mean? That's hard-headed.
And that's what you said earlier, too. You listen.
Yeah.
You listen.
So if you say, hey, man, you going to make money for a good time, but when it's over, it's over, all right, I'm cool on that. I don't even want to go over there, right? And so this is why I felt blessed because, like, even though those dudes ended up playing me, I felt like I got the best part of the bargain because all I did was sit around for 5 years.
You got the game.
If you give me the playbook, you can lose.
Man.
And you got paid to learn the game.
Right.
Man.
For free.
On the job training.
The stuff I know about marketing, like not only sales, digital marketing.
Right, right.
I didn't go to college for that.
Man.
Come on.
So I learned it on somebody else's money, on their dime. You know? And so now I don't got no debt or anything like that.
Man, I'm so proud of you.
And it's really I just took an opportunity. I bet on myself.
Wow.
And it was commission. I knew when I was sleeping in my car, the only way I get paid is if I got paid. But I thought that's what sales was.
That's right.
You don't get paid unless you get paid.
Right.
I didn't even know about salaries.
Huh.
I didn't even know that was a thing until my 5th year in sales, bro. Because I'm just out there getting it every day.
You knew you had to produce to
get and this is why when I was laid off from my job with my photo booth business, this is why I was able to kind of take off with that, because I understand that sales and marketing are two different things, right? And so, marketing, you need money. The reason why I don't like using the word marketing because it gets diluted. A lot of people really don't know what that means, so I like to use the word advertising.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we can shorten that up and just say ads costs.
That.
Right? Sales don't cost you anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to invest money in sales, bro. Just go out there and hustle.
That's right.
Right? And so the reason why I was able to produce this because I understand how to sell. And so, like, when I would get these corporate people on the phone and they trying to rent a photo booth, man, I got sales experience sitting down with the big dogs. What's up with it? So they'll sit down and we talking about photo booths, and I'm pitching them a photo booths. I'm talking about different kind of things that like my photo booth offer. They're like, oh my gosh, bro, what kind of photo booth you got? I got the same one the DJ got. But the DJ don't know how to sell. They don't know how to communicate the value of the product, right? And so sales is different. Advertising is different.
That's right.
Right? Branding is different. But I learned all this stuff from being broke.
Right.
So really what happened was I just figured out how to use social media because I was telling y'all off the camera, like when I left the marketing company, bro, they drug my name through the mud. So I woke up and then 95% of the people that was in my phone didn't answer when I tried to get my photo booth. So I got blackballed. I didn't even have a network. Right? But again, the hustle, the perseverance. Man, it's a song, Euphoria, with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah.
It's a line in there and he say, if you don't want to work with me no more, okay. F all y'all. You don't want to work with me no more? Cool. I don't need you. Right? But what I did figure out was how to build an audience. So I focused all my time on social media because I need the money. And I started to realize when I posted about my photo booth business, it flopped. No likes, no shares, no engagements, nothing. Right? But what changed for me was when I started posting about my life and what I was going through. Like, hey, I'm laid off from my job. I got zeros in every bank account and I got this photo booth and I'm not going to fail. That content produced. Right? And so I started to figure out this formula that I call the vulnerability formula. So not only does the vulnerability formula help me build my personal brand.
About that. Yeah.
My son just got finished teaching me about that yesterday. I didn't even think something like that. Yes, man. I didn't think that it was useful or exist because, you know, I'm anti certain things being broadcast on Facebook.
Yeah.
But he said, Dad, that is an angle that gets rapid attention. I'm talking about, yeah, man, empathy. You feel me? People empathize and sympathize with vulnerability, you know, you being honest, you being straight up with them.
That's right.
You know, that's the human side of a person that everybody could relate to. You understand? But, you know, I'm just so, I don't know, I'm kind of a private type of person, and I didn't think that angle would work, but
it worked.
Carry on with it.
It worked. And here's why it worked. Because what I realized from being broke as hell trying to market a business is that the essence of social media was made for people, not for businesses. Right? And so
say that again.
The essence of social media was made for people, not for businesses.
Right.
So you got to be
That's
a person,
a jewel, man.
right? And so when you're a business masquerading on social media as a person, you're not going to get the attention. You
gotta slow down though, man. Wait.
Okay.
You can't just go over that one more time, man.
Okay.
That is heavy what you're saying.
The essence of social media was made for people, not for businesses.
Yes.
Right? So people want to relate to people. If you are a business on social media masquerading as a person, you're not gonna get the attention. You're not.
That's real.
That's
right?
So real.
I know a lot of businesses.
That's so real.
And this is really what it comes down to. Same thing like you, man. We private. Everybody's a private person, right? We all have privacy. We have things that we don't want to share. But what I teach people in my classes is I challenge you to become the brand. Meaning, I need you to step out in front of your business, right? What you see people market is really what they think is important.
That's
What you think is
talking
important
to me right now.
What you think is important, I might not think it's important. So you need to step out in front of your business and become the brand. So stop hiding. People, they get nervous on camera. They don't like being on camera, right? They don't want to put themselves out there. They don't want to be vulnerable. Right. So what they do is they'll push rates, they'll push price, they'll push features, they'll push benefits.
Oh my goodness, that's right. I see it all the time.
That's what they market,
right?
Right?
Come on, man.
It don't work, bro.
It don't work.
It don't work.
It don't,
because the essence of social media was made for people. So when I started to figure this out, because really what I look at is called A/B testing. Photo booth content don't produce. I show my face on camera, that produce. I already told y'all that when I learned back in the day, like when I was selling, the fastest way is a straight line. Do the easy stuff. Why even worry about? So if I know that this stuff is producing, why not just do that and leave everything else alone?
That's right.
I only focus on what I got, not what I don't got. Right? I'm focused on what I'm good at, not what I'm good at. Okay, I made these videos and that content produced. And so what I teach about the vulnerability formula is vulnerability equals relatability, which equals memorability.
Yes.
That's right.
Since I was vulnerable, people was able to relate to me, and since they was able to relate to me, they was able to remember me.
That's right.
Me, Selah.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Cool. So if you got somebody that you seeing, you connected with me on all these levels. I got a photo booth, and you got this guy that also does a photo booth, but you don't even see his face. Who you gonna pick?
Right.
You gonna go with me because I put myself out there. The longer version of that formula is vulnerability equals relatability, which equals memorability, which equals attention, which equals money, because people will pay with their attention before they pay you the money.
That's right.
So not only does vulnerability, it creates attention, but it also creates connection and it also creates money. Man. Like, I figured all the stuff out from being broke. And so this is the formula that I use for my personal brand and also for my content. Because here's why that's so powerful, because everybody always shows the wins on social media. This is how good I just bought this car. This is how big my house is. This is how bad my chick is. This is how big my chain is, right? Everybody always show wins. Yeah. Right? But if I'm showing up and I'm showing a loss, I'm gonna get that attention because that's not what people see every single day. That's true. I'm the one being out there, stepping out there, being real. A lot of people associate vulnerability with weakness. Vulnerability can be a strength. I'm strong enough to stand out there like that.
That's true.
Here's why the formula is so powerful. Because don't judge me based on my situation. Judge me based off my response. Hey, I'm laid off. I got this photo booth. I'm not gonna fail. Watch me go to work. Everybody loves an underdog.
Come on, man.
So I'm not playing victim. I'm playing victory.
Right
That's
there.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep going.
Watch. Just watch. Hey, I wouldn't pay $1,500 for a photo booth. All right, cool. Just watch. Why would I even rent that photo booth? All right, just watch. You never make a photo. All that stuff, bro. Just watch. And then I dropped a video. And I just got booked by Notre Dame. So when I go and I show the losses and I show my setups that was looking all janky as hell and all this other stuff, and then people see that I got booked by Notre Dame.
They root for the underdog. That's right.
For the underdog.
Referrals.
That's right.
The referrals start to bounce.
Right. The attention.
Right.
Man, because I got you.
This is why I think, like, if I could lose everything all over, like, you snap your fingers, no money, right? I'm broke again.
Right.
You give me two things, and I promise you I'll be back on. Bro, give me a phone.
Yep.
Give me a phone, and I'm gonna get because I could cold call. Right. I don't even need to go door to door.
Right.
Right. Because I know how to sell, so I know how to generate money off the phone. So give me a phone. That's and have my bill be paid, please. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Have it be paid, and then bro, give me social media, and watch me go to work. Right. Like, because I know how to make it again, and the reason why the vulnerability formula is just so powerful is because I'm showing the journey. I'm not even ripping pages out the book. If I could show you at my lowest point and then I show you with the win, people don't care about the win if they never know what you went through to get the win in the first place.
I agree.
So does this supersede the algorithm? How does that play into this?
Well, this is something I teach in my class. So it does supersede the algorithm. The reason why it supersedes the algorithm is because it's different content that people are posting. But you got to build an audience first.
Right.
So I think Facebook is probably one of the easiest platforms to build an audience and probably one of the fastest platforms you can use to build an audience because the dynamic is different between adding people and following people. If you're on Instagram, right, if you follow 3,000 people but only got 300 followers, you're a lame. And you're being added into somebody else's audience instead of your own, right? But if you're on Facebook, you can't see how many people I add. I'm just adding anybody. So what I learned was on Facebook, anybody with less than 10 mutual friends, if you try to add them, you're gonna get cut off early. So anybody, if you see people with 10 or more mutual friends, then they extend your limit. So now I can click, add. So when I would put up, I call it vulnerable content.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Try it. Your limit is done for today if it's less than 10, right? And you keep doing it. Because they want it to be a natural organic thing, right?
That's interesting.
So you create a video of what I call of using a vulnerability formula, showing a loss, right? And then talk about how you're going to come back from that. And I call it strategic pin. And that video goes to the top of the Facebook page. So when I'm going to add everybody, right, that's the first thing that they see.
Yeah.
Right? They go, who is this dude? And they go to watch that video. Man, I like that dude. That's inspiration. That's motivational.
Right.
Now you're my audience. Bam. I just got you. That's the hook.
I love this so much, man. And I can relate to this in so many ways, but the first thing that comes to mind is we always say, man, you never know what you might do in a situation. You can't judge a person off, the situation.
Right.
You can only judge them off how they respond to the situation. And that's what you're telling me. It's about how you respond. Show how you respond. Because that's what's going to teach people about you.
Man, I dare you to laugh. Go ahead and say something.
Right.
Please. Next thing you know, bro, I'm on.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that's crazy. You was laughing at that. Hey, man, check this video out real quick while you at it.
Up, bro.
And this is the thing, man. This is how I started to learn how to build a personal brand, but then also how to create content, right? Like the content creation side. And what I learned, again, remember I told y'all, like, just having answers to the test just by my life.
Yeah.
You don't need everything to get started. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you do not need everything to get started. You just got to get started.
Absolutely.
The way I learned that lesson is because when I was in Mobile, Alabama, man, me and my friend, we decided to start this lawn care business, right? We didn't even have a lawnmower.
Yeah.
So I remember we went on this dude, his name was Tone, and my friend was like, man, don't knock on that dude door. I never seen him, never met this dude before. Man, don't knock on that dude door, man. Tone crazy. I'm like, man, do Tone got money? Oh yeah. Then I'm knocking on his door. Fool, what you talking about? So I went over there all confident, young gun, start banging on Tone door, boom, 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 boom. Man, he came out, this dude was huge. I'm like, whoa, man, dude got muscles, all kind of stuff. And then I look, and he was like, man, what you knocking on my door like that for, little bruh? And I look down, man, dude got the blicky on him. So I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh snap. I look back at my friend, he like, oh, I done told this fool, like all kind of stuff. And so, I was like, man, we got this lawn care business, and your grass is tall, bro. I thought you might want your lawn cut.
Right.
And he was like, man, what make you think I want my lawn cut, bro? Your grass is tall, bro.
Right.
This is what I do. Right. And so he's sitting there, and he was like, man, how much you charge? I was like, I do 15 for the front, 15 for the back. Right. And he was like, all right, man, that's a pretty good price, bro. I'm like, I think so too. Right.
Yeah.
So he gave me the money. I got $30, and I was like, can I use your lawnmower?
I know people like that.
He was like,
that's a situation right there.
He was like, he wanted to turn up on me. He like, hey man, you coming knocking on my door like you crazy? You ain't got no lawn. You got a lawn care business. You ain't got no lawnmower. I look back at my friend again. He like, man, this, I told this dude, right? And I looked at him. I said, man, look, bro, it's called a service-based business. As long as if I can provide the service, I don't need the equipment if you got it. Right? Like, you looking at me crazy because
I get that.
Yeah. Like, you looking at me crazy because I got a lawn care business and I ain't got a lawnmower, but I'm looking at you crazy because you got a lawnmower and your grass ain't cut. Right. Bruh, he's staring at me, looking at me, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, he either gonna punch me or shoot me. Something good ain't gonna happen. So he
gave you that love, boy.
Man, he was like, you know what, little bruh? I like you, man. He was like, you different. And you got heart. A little too much heart, but you got heart. Yeah. So look, this is what I'll do for you, bro. I actually give you $50, right? So cut my front and then cut my back. My mama live on the red house down there on the block. Oh, man, go do her front lawn and do the back one for free.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's what's up.
And then 2 weeks later, we had our own lawnmower.
Yeah.
You don't need everything to get started.
That's a great,
man, you dropping jewels,
when
man.
I'm sitting here and like, bro, how am I supposed to create content? I don't even got a tripod. You got a phone. And this is where I started to learn how to really turn your phone into a video production device, right? Getting cash flow. I got a $12 tripod because this is what we call, like, for example, let me ask you, if I said, hey, Eric, hey, Shelly, go out there and make better content. What does that mean? I want the real answer. Whatever the answer is, go make better content. What does that mean to you? And we'll start you and we go here. What does that mean to go create better content?
I don't know what that means. Make better content? I'm thinking better location, better looking. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. What about you?
I'm thinking maybe a better story, or like when you say make better content, I'm thinking you thinking of a more profound story or something that people can relate to.
Okay. Y'all not wrong, but y'all not exactly right either. Right? Here's why. Because what I realized when it comes to creating better content, first of all, we don't get to decide if our content's better. You don't get to decide if your content better. You don't get to decide if your content better.
That's true.
You know who gets to decide if your content better? Your audience.
Yeah.
Audience.
Right? And so what I started to figure out is like, bro, it's something that like when people hear to go create better content, they associate that with what you were talking about, which is called production value. Right? So for the people right now, like, bro, we got lights right here. We got lights. We got cameras. We got mics. Production value is anything that makes the video look or sound better. Right. So when you upgrade your gear, when you upgrade your camera, when you upgrade your microphones, that's actually what we call high production value. Right. But just because you have high production value, like,
don't mean the content gonna be good.
Facts.
Right.
So what makes good content, bro, is literally putting the value first. This is what we call content value. Is your content rich in value or is it poor in value? Because I can tell you one thing, bro. When I was out there just learning how to create content, I had what's called low production value. Not a good phone, not good camera, not the best lighting, not the best mics, but my content was producing because I was making sure it was rich in content value. So I don't worry about going viral. I just worry about adding value. So like, deliver the goods in a video. This is why people don't like clickbait, because they'll have a thumbnail and you're like, oh man, that look really good. And then you go watch the video, it got nothing to do with anything, and it don't deliver. And so now your content's flopping, even though the camera looked really good, right? And so you don't need everything to get started when it comes to making content, bro. Really what you need to do, kind of like what you were saying is, man, what's the story? I learned this from a book called How to Build a Story Brand, and he talks about all the major movies always have they got the same framework, right? Like you look at
they do.
You look at Star Wars, right? You got Luke Skywalker. He meets a guide. That person is Master Yoda, right? So you look at all these people that you usually meet somebody that help you go to your journey.
Bridging the gap.
Yep.
Bridging the gap, right?
That's right.
Or we can look at Rocky, like the Rocky Balboa framework which is I actually like using that one to associate with the vulnerability formula, right? We seen Rocky take a loss,
right?
Yes.
Right. We seen him lose. We see the training montages, and then we see him whoop on whoever he got to whoop on.
That's right.
And so we love an underdog story. This is where I built my whole brand and content around an underdog story.
That's so important.
You know what I mean? Because this is what people attracts, and it never fails. It's a formula, bro. Like 2 + 2 has to equal 4. It don't equal 24, 64, or 84, right? So if you plug these things in, you're always going to get the same outcome. So when I put stuff out there showing a loss, I ain't just doing that because just because I know something else is coming behind it.
That's right.
You know, and if we can be real, dude, which is crazy because. With my media company, somebody stole that business name that I was using.
Yeah.
So I was running a company called True Version Media.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
The old marketing company, they stole my business name.
Right.
And I took 2 weeks before I responded. I talked to my wife, talked to my pastor, they like, man, don't go over there. Chill, just turn the other cheek.
So wait a minute, did y'all start a business together and then they decided to keep the name or what?
No, I just started my own business. I registered it wrong, and then they found out about my business and then registered the name.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
No,
that's
some hate right there.
It is some hate, and bro, hating is a tactic used to discourage greatness, bro.
That's right.
So they know I'm great, and they know I'm gonna be great, and they scared, and that's okay. You should
Definitely.
be.
Right.
You got every reason to be scared, my dog. But guess what, bro? Like you can steal a name. How that work for you?
Can't stop the movement, though.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't stop the hustle, bro. Because I'm bigger than a name. My hustle is not a name, bro. It's just.
So what's gonna be the new launch then?
So I'm hosting a launch party on September 5th. And this is where I'm going to reveal the new business name, the new business logo. But that's more of it's really a statement.
Yes, sir.
Like, bro, y'all can steal a name, bro. That's cool. But y'all like, I'm going to come back and I'm going to handle everybody. Because when it comes to my business, bro, I do 2 things, man. I mind it and I handle it. Y'all started it. Cool. But they created a problem for themselves, not even for me. And this is why I wear this shirt, bro. Because the first thing I did when they stole my name, because I told y'all, man, they've been on my head for 3 straight years.
Right.
Slandering my name, blackballing me, stealing my business name. They've been trying to bury me. And coming from where I come from, man, we don't do the courtrooms, bro.
Right. That's right.
Right.
Man, if I see you, I'm on your head.
Right.
But like I can't let who I used to be mess up who I'm supposed to be.
That's right.
You
Your
see what I'm
purpose.
saying?
That's right.
I got a wife. I got kids.
Right.
I don't want to put I don't want to put violence into the world. So I need to learn how to deal with other problems. But what's so crazy, again, I told y'all, man, I be having answers to the test because of my life. Dog, my granddad taught me how to play chess at 9.
That's what's up.
Right? And he told me,
chess.
we was playing, right? And he was making moves, and I was reacting to his moves. And he got mad at me. He was like, bro, like, what you doing? I'm like, what? He's like, bro, how come you ain't making your own moves? You always reacting to what I do.
Right.
And I told him, like, bro, I'm scared and I'm nervous. And he was like, bro, let me tell you something. And this is why I told you, like, at 26, I talk like I'm 40. I probably got 80 years worth of game because I kicked it with the old heads, bro. This is what he told me. He's like, man, life is like a game of chess. The worst thing you can ever do is react to people.
Right.
And he was like, because when you react to people, you lose your power, you abandon your strategy, and they take control of the board. Right? So what you need to do is you need to make a power move. A power move is a move that's so impactful, it make people adjust to what you do. They abandon their strategy, they lose their power, now you control the board.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sitting here, every time I was put in a situation, I'm like, bro, what's a power move? I'm always looking for power moves where I can take power back. And then now because in chess, the white piece go first. You always a move behind unless you make a power move.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So I was like, all right, so my power move is I'm going to go to a formula that ain't never failed me, which is the vulnerability formula. So I showed a loss. Hey, they stole my business name. I went live right there in front of the little business storefront because I did my research with ChatGPT because with billboards, they don't have the right to privacy because it's literally a billboard, right? And there's certain things I can and can't say, but I was like, somebody stole my business name. I know who did it, but it's a billboard right in front of me, right behind me with the name on it, right? So using the vulnerability formula, that ended up having like 5,000 something views, right? And it created enough attention because now I have an audience. I don't even got to put my hands on them. My audience on your head, bro. So now they got to deal with that. And it's a battle of the brands. I built my brand on just being real and authentic, right? If you build it on the real, you keep it real, it's gonna stay real. They built their brand on fake stuff.
That's right.
They angels in public, but devils behind closed doors. And what I teach in my class for personal branding, a personal brand shouldn't expose you; it should reveal you. So if you build it on a fake, we gonna find out because what's in the dark come to the light. I'll put the light on them. Now they don't want to come outside, right? Wow. So that was the vulnerability piece. The memorability is the people that have not watched that, because I don't even have 5,000 people in my audience. On Facebook, I got like 3,000, but the video hit 5,000. So I got people that's relating to me. They hitting me up. They now people that's remembering me. And now I set it to attention. They generated the attention for me because I teach. All you need to do is share a loss. You gave me the loss. Y'all gave me a storyline, right? So since you gave me the loss, now I got the attention. Now the launch party is the next step in the plan, right? Because now I got 78 RSVPs for my launch party, and I just announced it last week.
Man, this launch party gonna
That's
be
heavy,
great,
man.
though.
Everybody that comes to the launch party, I'm gonna offer them a free social media class for supporting my business.
Wow.
Man.
Then I deliver the goods on that seminar. At the end of that seminar, it's gonna be an offer for $150.
That's what's up.
If I can get 30 on my first seminar, I did 30. I had 30 people. I charged $150.
Right.
That was $4,000. I got 78 RSVPs. Even if I get like 50 people show up, I'm still doing more than 30.
That's right.
So now I call this turning problems into profit.
There you go, bro.
You gave me a problem, watch me make money anyway.
And this party gonna be lit, though.
It is gonna be lit.
You know it's gonna be lit.
It is gonna be lit.
Who the DJ?
Who
DJ?
Yeah, right there, man.
He Philly.
We gonna rock the house, bro.
That's right.
And I want to say, bro, I appreciate you because, man, I was looking for a DJ, dog.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find anybody. People was booked and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Man, and we ended up doing the basketball event.
Yeah, midnight basketball.
Man, and he over here DJ. I've known this dude for years. I ain't never,
He was like, I didn't know he DJ.
I ain't never seen him behind the board, man. I'm like, and so I'm listening. Man, he cooking up the mixes.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, let me go over here and talk to
That's
talk to
right.
homie.
Right. That's right.
And he was like, yeah, man, I got you. I was like, I need a DJ for this launch party, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I told him, bro, my money tight. I just moved into his new house.
That's right.
And he like, bro, I'm gonna bless you.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro, respect.
That's right. That's what we're here to do, man, to be a service. But I met you through Eric.
Yep.
And man, I was highly impressed. He came down to the store.
Right.
And man, you laid down your demonstration. I was impressed.
Thank you.
But I'm more impressed now because, as Eric said, man, you've grown in these last 3 years in a phenomenal way, man. And I just know that you about to bless the world, man. Even with your conversation, you done taught me so much. And what I believe your strength is like being impactful to people your age. Because I know you done taught me something. But guess what? The young people, they can catch on to everything that you're saying, and they can put a little bit more purpose on their life because they're using social media, but they misusing it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is true.
And some of the knowledge that you dropping, man.
You dropping some
I mean,
gems,
man,
bro.
it's news you can use. You feel me?
Dropping some gems.
Man.
You catch some of these?
Man, he caught it.
Yeah.
Now, I would definitely love for y'all to the link because, you sitting there displaying it live on the camera.
Yeah.
But these are some of the conversations that my son had with me in private.
Yep.
So, and I want to make this statement, like on Bridging the Gap, we trying to take the new age knowledge of your young people with some of this old school wisdom. And when we come together as a nucleus, man, we're gonna be unstoppable.
That's crazy.
Unstoppable. You
That
understand?
is hard. Yeah. Right.
So but now the elders, we have to learn how to listen. So I tell a person in a minute, I don't have too much to say. I'm gonna speak in the vernacular of silence. I'm gonna keep my ears open so that I can learn. But you got so many older people, they don't want to learn anymore. You feel me?
I feel
So, I really appreciate the way you articulate, explain things, even the references that you give. So I can tell that you sharp, man. And man, I just know for a fact that you're gonna be very impactful on your journey and, very impressionable, man. Like
Absolutely.
Dude. I ain't seen too many youngins like you at 26, man.
Nah, bro. I most definitely appreciate it, bro. Cause man, here's the thing. This, like, for me, man, like, I didn't think this would be my life, bro. Like I said, man, I was running around getting kicked out of schools, being a crash out waiting to happen. But this goes to show you, bro. If God got a plan for your life,
yes, sir.
And all you need is one person in your corner. Like, man, all I had was my wife speaking life into me, dog.
Come on, man.
I like
talking
that, man.
purpose.
Yeah,
talking purpose.
I'm being dead serious, bro. Yeah. She told me, she was like, man, you're gonna be a great man, and anybody that ever doubted you, you're gonna prove them wrong. One day, everybody gonna see it. Man, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, I never heard nobody tell me I'm gonna be great. All I do is mess up. I'm moving from from state to state to state to state. I've been to 5 high schools in 4 years, in different states. And she telling me I'm the one that's gonna be
Shout
great.
out to wifey, man.
Yeah, man.
Let
me ask you a question.
What's up, bro?
Even though your father, he had kicked you out at 19, what were some of the things that your father told you, not just showed you and you picked up, but did he communicate and tell you like, hey, Selah, hey, I could tell that you got it, man. You're going to be the man. Did he inspire you to go a certain direction, or the things that you picked up, you just put in motion on your own? So what was the conversation that your father conveyed to you, like on the man that he could see you growing into? Did he?
You mean the conversation when he kicked me out?
No.
Or the conversation after?
Before he kicked you out.
Yeah.
Oh, before?
What was he downloading in you? What was he,
Man, all I know is he really was just trying to give me game. But, when you're young, you just looking at it as, man, they just talking. They just
you said that nobody told you that you was great until your wife told you that. So I'm trying to go, where did your parents, what did they tell you? Because my parents always taught me I could be anything that I put my mind to. You know,
I see what you're saying.
So that's what I'm asking you. Like,
I feel like my dad, man, he did try to instill that in me, saying, he was like, Selah, man, you could really be something, but you F up too much. But since my dad went to prison, and I told y'all, bro, they don't hold no punches. He's like, man, you going. I've been there, and I know you going.
Damn.
Because how you act. And he was like, as your dad.
How old was you when he said that you going to prison, though?
16.
Oh, man, damn.
He told me, he's like, man, you going, bro. And he
was
like,
man. Probably in the thick of you.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, it hurt me to say it, but I've been there.
Oh, man.
I don't take a rocket scientist to tell where you going. And so he tried to put me in barber school. I got kicked out of barber school.
Damn.
Because he told me, man, in prison, bro, if you a barber, you going to be okay. But I got kicked out of barber school. And he was like, listen, man, how many opportunities? Because that cost my dad probably $7,000. So it wasn't like, and what I realized is my dad was a good dad. Man, he put his money where his mouth is. Hey, man, I don't want you to end up where I was.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this investment in you, bro. And I proved him wrong every time. Right? And so, I got to the point where I'm 18. Bro, how many times are you going to sit there and just throw opportunities in the garbage?
Your dad was a man about action, so it wasn't just a conversation.
Yeah, and my dad was a man
about
based
action.
off principle.
Yes.
He was a principle-based man, and he'd be like, look,
you
man.
speak on that a lot. Eric speak on that.
Yeah.
Definitely principle.
Real talk.
Yeah, and I tell you a principle-based man.
A home built without principles, man, you don't really have nothing, man. You don't really have nothing.
Important.
Yeah, and my dad told me, he said, son, as a man, you got 3 things. You got your respect, you got your word, and you got to have principles.
Absolutely.
Like, he was like, man, so, like, he would tell me, I'm not, like, even when I was a kid getting a butt whooping, he said, man, it's a principle. I'm your dad. I'm not your friend. I don't care if you like me. You don't have to like me. We ain't got to be friends. But if I die and you able to make it out here, I did my job. But he said, bro, if you grow up to work at Target, I'm going to put my hands on you. You know what I mean? You bet not go to Target. Because anytime I got in trouble, when I was in Cleveland living with my mom, she called my dad. He always came. Dropped anything he was doing. Man, he would leave. Hey, I got to go get my son. Leave work, come. And so, like, bro, but at the time, like I said, but nobody ever told me, you going to be great, bro. You know what I mean? Nobody.
Do you think now, as you reflect on all of this, or you probably already have, do you think some of the motivating factor to be excellent in what you do is still trying to show dad? Or a better question is he proud of you now?
Yeah. Man, so me and my dad got a dope relationship.
Man,
bro.
I bet.
We talk all the time, and he said, he was like, son, man, I'm so proud of you. And he was like, it's getting to the point now where I can't give you advice. Because
I love that,
man. you done reached the point that nobody, man, my dad met his dad in prison.
Yeah.
My dad said he got to prison with his dad, and his dad was like, welcome home, son.
Damn.
Right? So now you see, you got a kid that's 26, married.
Generational curse.
He said, son, you break a generational curse. And he's like, man, you keep doing it, man. Stay with your wife. And he was like, at this point, all I want to do is enjoy the show.
Man,
I just want to enjoy the show, son.
I love it, man.
That's one of the greatest things to hear, though, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like it. I feel like I'm blessed to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sitting back,
That's
watching my son, and I'm enjoying the show, man. It's like to be alive, and you see yourself in your seed, man, and they taking it where you didn't, and man, it's like, man, this a beautiful show, man. It's better than the movies, This real life,
So, and let me ask y'all, cause like I'm a dad. I got my kids is young, man. But like, what is it like? Cause you get to see that, and obviously you watch the journey, man. So like, what is it like being able to see the development, or did it just one night he just started popping? And like,
well, to be honest with you, my situation is a lot different. I was out of my son's life. I went to prison, and he was only 40 days old, and I come home, his 8th birthday, right? So when I got back with him, all I'm thinking about in prison is can't wait to get back to my seed. And I got a biological daughter that's older than him, but it's nothing like a man putting his imprint on his son. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So when I came home, I wasn't too pleased with what I seen, you feel me? Because I was like, nah, this not my identity. I don't identify with that. So when I put him up under my tutelage, man, it was a process. It was a process. But man, don't you know, nothing gave me more joy than to see myself in my son, what I was, building them up to be and preparing them for. So the girls, they was kind of, man, they was rejecting the process, you feel me? So, when I seen him really take it on, man, about 16 years old, and from there, man, our relationship just totally changed. When we broke down and made an agreement, hey, I don't lie to you, you don't lie to me. And from there, man, we joined a bond with respect that just been growing. And it's been a beautiful thing, man, but it's just a beautiful journey to see my son take some of the things that I taught him, like you said, and watching me and observing, but he took it to another level. You understand? Yeah. So I'm not the only one proud, but my father, his name's Shelly too. Okay. He proud. My father is looking at my son like, man, I see myself in him. You get it?
That's fact.
So it's with the intelligence, it's with the principles, it's with integrity, Right. Man, it's a beautiful thing.
That's powerful, bro.
You've done wonders with the family, man.
Dude, you bridging the gap. You bridging the gap, bro. That's crazy.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And I do think it's something to like. You gotta have old heads. You gotta have them. I swear to God, man. I promise you, I would not even understand how to handle any of my problems in life without my old heads. Like
hear this though, man.
Like my granddad's, my dad, my uncle. You know what I mean? Because they would tell you, don't go down. I'm talking about the real OGs who want to see you with, hey, listen, man, that ain't what you want.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, because my granddad went to prison too. Yes. And he was like, bro, I'm telling you, it's a nightmare.
Right.
Don't go down there. And they put real game into you. And it's like, man, we paid the dues,
That's
man.
True.
Well, you ain't got to go out there and act like that. And I would tell him, I said, granddad, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, man. I really want to be left alone. And he was like, I understand that. But this is what he said, man, you handle your business and then you squash it.
Yes.
Don't ever. He's like, man, don't ever lead ongoing beefs because you ain't gonna want to look around watching over your shoulder, man. No matter win, lose or draw, be done with it. Go up to him like a man. Hey, bro, good stuff. I'm done. You go your way, I go. And I always try to make sure I do things a certain way. I learned that from the old heads, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's so valuable to be there. Listen, man, that's so valuable for your growth, man. It's like stages in your life.
Exactly.
You got to be able to listen and Yeah. For me now, see, I got a 5-year-old, so at this age, man, I see so much more that I didn't see as younger because I got older kids too. But man, with this 5-year-old, it's something different.
Yes.
And I'm making sure that he's getting the principles and he's getting the understanding. And I see him for what he is, and I really want to accent what he can do and what he has to offer, and just make sure I give him all the skills and let him choose from there.
Right.
It's all about the skills and the lessons. So
Dude,
yeah,
that's crazy. So when you like with your 5-year-old, bro, do you feel like you now at a certain place because you older in life, you got more wisdom? Do you feel like you're a better teacher now at this point?
Absolutely, and more observant too. Because I mean, I thought I was a good teacher when I was younger, but probably not as observant though.
Right.
So now I see more things, which makes my discernment much more sharper and keen to really touch on things that I should, and just let other things that need to develop on their own develop on their own.
You know that's a good word, discernment.
Yes.
That man.
Yes.
Dude, see, look, you already there, man. You already got it.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I love your story, man. It's so powerful, man. So I'm anxious to see when this party. So do we got a date on this party?
Yeah, so it's September 5th. It's gonna be from 6 to 9. It's gonna be at the Uptown Social in Michigan City.
Okay.
And yeah, man. So right now, if you wanna RSVP, I'm gonna talk. This is my contact.
Yeah.
Man, if you want to RSVP for my launch party, all you got to do is text party to 219-595-2395, and I send you a RSVP link. And man, dude, it's just, man, come celebrate, because I feel like this not only for me, bro. Like this is something I want to share with everybody who kind of been down and out.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean, and kind of got to always fight your way to the top. Like, bro, this is I was gonna say it's a statement more than it's
tell us,
a launch party.
Who we really speaking to? Entrepreneurs.
Yeah, entrepreneurs, business owners, freelancers, or man, just like I just said, man,
just want to have fun.
Anybody want to have fun, and then man, if like people that's trying to get started in something and network, content creators, podcasters, man, this space.
So you come and network too.
Yeah, man, come and get your network on, because I tell you, man, like the people that I invited in this room, you gonna want to rub elbows with these people.
That's what's
you
up.
know what I mean? Because I'm trying to create an environment to really. Everybody's going to leave with something.
That's right.
Right?
That's
like
good.
Whether it's a connection, right? Whether it's a business deal.
Information.
That's right. Because, man, I'm telling you, bro, like, anytime I do any kind of event, I always want to make sure. This one's about me. I'm going to be a little selfish. This one is about me. But really, I try to make it not about me. Like, bro, how could I serve everybody here? Because if everybody leave feeling served, when I throw the next one, they're going to be there.
Hey, man.
Right?
Still dropping
That's right.
jewels.
Yeah.
That's right.
So is it a dress code? Like, what's the ambiance going to be?
Man, ambiance, business casual.
Okay.
Church service, come as you are.
Okay.
Yeah, and really
I like
the ambiance is we like, so he's the DJ.
That's right.
Right. And
So he gonna set the tone.
Yeah, man. I'm going for more of a party vibe, but we gonna keep it up. We gonna keep it motivational, man, for people. So I'm gonna hit you up with a playlist, and
it's all good,
dude. I want to also give a shout out real quick. So I believe, like, so I'm in the coaching space, right? So I coach people on personal branding, and I coach them on content creation. I feel like if you are a coach and you don't have a coach, you're doing all your students a disservice. Every master, and a great master, humbles himself enough to remain a student. I'm never too good to learn from people. Same thing you're saying. People get older, they feel like they don't want to learn no more.
Yes.
That's exactly the day you decided to stay stupid.
That's right.
Right. So I got a coach, a business coach, and a leadership coach. Her name is Coach Rachel L. Gary, and her story is powerful, bro. I mean, so she talks about how she was literally making $7 an hour unloading boxes off a truck, and she ended up making it to 6 figures. Yes. And now she's helping people. And so I came across her content, and I've been following up with her, man. And she got a book called #to 6 Figures, right? And in this book, when I met her, bro, she wrote in this book, I am so proud of the CEO in you. Like, and this is like, again, like when people give me compliments, bro, it make me feel good because nobody, right? And so I'm taking her 10-week class, and in her 10 weeks, I'm hoping to take my media company to 6 figures.
That's right.
Working with a coach.
I can see it.
And
it's gonna happen.
Appreciate it, bro.
It's gonna happen. Trust me.
It's wonderful for us. We gonna see it happen.
Yeah.
We gonna see. We gonna
enjoying the show. And being a part of it though. You feel me?
Yeah. And then I, and this is why I talk, man. Just go out there and share your story, man. Don't hide. Don't be scared. Because I put myself out there, bro. And I'd tell y'all one more thing, bro, which I think is crazy. Because this is what I teach in my class. You don't need a huge audience to get paid, right? It's a company out there called Bueno Price, right?
Bueno what? Bueno price.
Bueno price. Bueno, that Espanol. I mean, it's good, right? So it's called Bueno Price. Bueno Price is a startup software company, right? And they work with entrepreneurs, freelancers, and startup companies, specifically startups, because they'll tell you that businesses go out of business in the first 5 years. The reason why they go out of business in the first 5 years is because they don't know how to charge. They'll run around taking gigs, events, and jobs that don't make them no money, right? True. With Bueno Price literally makes sure that you do not take a job that's going to make you lose profit. So you put in all your factors. This is how much materials cost. This is the mileage, right? And so when you get a lead, it'll generate prices for you, and it'll show you. If you, like for me, like my photo booth business. Yes. Last year I did 105 events. I did not make 6 figures in my business, because I wasn't charging properly. This year, I'm doing less events, but I'm making more per booking because I'm using Bueno Price, and I'm making sure I'm taking jobs that's profitable. So to tell you, if you charge this much, you're going to lose profit. If you charge this much, you'll make this much profit. And if you charge this much, you're going to really make profit, right? Man, so they came across my content, bro.
I can see that being real helpful to a lot of people that have a problem with pricing.
Very helpful, because everybody, if you start a business, man, how do you charge?
Well, a lot of people get started with charging what the competition is charging.
Right. How do you know they're right?
Exactly. How do you know that they're
underselling themselves?
Yeah, you could very well be jumping on somebody bandwagon that don't know how to price.
Exactly. So with them, they reached out to me because they like my content. I became an influencer with Bueno Price.
Oh man, that's
so now I get a commission link, and when people use that, they get paid.
Okay.
And all because I put myself out there, bro. Just started making content.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And so I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, I just created a whole nother revenue stream for myself, all because I just put myself out there, bro.
Well, you just gave me the confidence, man, to step out of my shell. My wife been telling me this for the longest, man.
Come on, man.
He told me, like, man, you got to tell your story, but sometimes I feel like, who want to hear this? Like, they lived it already. You feel me? But you done gave me the confidence.
Bro.
But before we wrap this up, because time is of an essence.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question. This is how we'll start ending it. If life was over with for you right now today, and you were able to use some words on your tombstone, give me some words to remember young Selah as.
So,
I like that.
Is it one word, or can
no words? Can I you give me 20 words.
20 words, bro.
Like
ambitious, resilient, witty, strategic, charismatic, hustle, dominant, funny, caring, loving. I feel like those would be my words that I'll put on there, man, because
that's heavy.
I could associate with all those.
And I see it in you. I see all them words fit the definition. You feel me?
I appreciate that, man, dude. And I thank y'all for bringing me.
Man, we appreciate you.
Okay, we can say we could put wise on there.
That's
man,
right.
Because wisdom. I'm just blessed with it at this point, man. Because I learned. I had good people around me that want to see me do good, and I listen. It's so funny how far listening can take you, dog.
That's right.
It is.
And with that being said, man, we want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, man.
Look forward to you being a regular guest, because you always going to have something going on. So this is your home.
Thank you, bro.
This is where we share information and bridge the gap. Thank you for attending tonight, man.
Hey, bro.
Let's get to this party.
Man. Let's do it, man.
All right, man.
All right.
Yep.
Man.